my YouTube channel. If you've not watched my videos before, my name's Frankie. Welcome to the channel. So I am a mum of a 6-month-old little girl, so I do post videos about motherhood, lifestyle, fashion and beauty, home interiors, the sort of all-rounder sort of thing. So if that's your sort of thing that you find interesting, please do stick around. I'd love you to join our little community. And there is a subscribe button at the bottom, and if you click that, you'll be kept in touch with my channel. There's also a little bell button which will notify you every time I post a video to this channel. So it's all free, and as I said, if you enjoy this, then please do stick around. So if you have been watching my videos previously, thank you again for your continued support. I know I haven't posted a video this week, and it is just down to the fact that Eliza's had her first cold, and I also have not been too well. Nothing serious, just like mouth ulcers at the back of my throat and on my tongue. So I've not really been able to speak much. So as you can tell, I'm not quite 100% now, but I'm a million times better. And I'm really excited to be doing today's video. So today's video is a collaboration with my lovely friend Victoria M. I'm going to link her channel in the box below, in the description box. Please do go over and check her channel out after you've watched this video. She's also like myself. She's a mum who's recently started a YouTube channel, and she does very, very similar videos, fashion, beauty, day in the life videos. And yeah, she's just a really, really lovely lady, and I love watching her videos. So she also has a great Instagram account, so I will also link that in the description box below. And if you have come over from Victoria's channel, thank you very much and welcome to the channel. So today's video that I'm collaborating with Victoria on is what are 10 facts about me that you might not know. So firstly, if you do know me and watch my channel, you'll know that I always have to have a notepad reminding me. So if my eyes flick, that's what I'm doing. So I've found 10 good facts about myself, and hopefully you guys will find it interesting. So, itchy nose. Fact number 1 is that I used to be in the Air Cadets while I was at school. So I joined the Air Cadets at the age of 12. You are actually meant to be 13 and 3 months before you enrol. But because I was one of the youngest in my school year, I was slightly younger. And I was in the Air Cadets for 8 years, and they were the absolute best years of my life. Some people might be watching this and think it's quite a geeky thing to do, but it honestly opened me up to so many opportunities. I've met some amazing people that are almost family to me. I hold them very close to my heart. You know, it taught me about charity work. They taught me to shoot an air rifle. You know, I also got to fly in light aircraft, go on camps, night exercises. It just opened my world up. And obviously being that young at the time, it's a big deal to be exposed to such things. And I absolutely enjoyed every minute. And we used to go on a Friday night, and I used to be counting down for Friday at the beginning of the week, just because I couldn't wait to get there after school. So yeah, maybe I'll do a video about the Air Cadets another time for you guys, because some of you might be watching thinking you want to enrol your children into that when they get to a certain age, or your children might be interested in it. But honestly, if you have heard of someone thinking about it, give it a go, because I absolutely had the time of my life. Fact number 2 is I am a proper South East London girl, born and bred. And I've never really left where I've come from. So I was born in Croydon, because that's where the local hospital was to my parents, where they lived. But I actually grew up in Crystal Palace. And at the age of about 8, when both my sisters were born at that point, we moved further out to Bromley. And we thought we were moving to the countryside back then, which is laughable. But I've absolutely, this is home. I probably live about 3 to 4 miles away from where I grew up. So I've not really left the area. I love it here. I have a sense of comfort when I get back home of an evening. and just being familiar with places. My best friend from school, she actually moved far, far away from here. But yeah, I've always known this is where my roots are, and it's where I want to be. So, but I'm proud to be a South East London girl, and I'm proud to still live here. So, fact number 3 is that I do have a seafood allergy. It's not something I've had all my life, but it's something I grew into in my adult years. And I strangely can eat prawns, but mussels, cockles, anything like that, calamari, will make me really, really ill. And as I'm getting older, my allergic reactions are getting worse. I actually did have some food I ate that had been cross-contaminated with seafood when I was pregnant with Eliza, and I actually was in hospital for that allergic reaction, where previously I might have just been violently ill with it. So yeah, I have to be really, really careful with where food goes near. So fact number 4, my male crush. Am I allowed to say this, being a married woman? But most of my friends will watch this and laugh and say I've got awful taste in famous men. Not knocking Jake, not saying anything about Jake, but I've always loved Ross Kemp, who played Grant Mitchell in EastEnders. Not for being Grant Mitchell in EastEnders, but I love Ross Kemp. But I do have to say, my number 1 man who I would go absolutely giggly for is Cillian Murphy. He's in Peaky Blinders, if you don't know who he is. And girls, like, I thought Tom Hardy was something special, but no, he's no Cillian Murphy in my eyes. So that's my male crush. But let's move on from that one. Number 5, my music taste. So most people would think, because I'm quite a girly girl and I like to follow things that are on trend, that I'm probably one of those girls that's got Kiss playing on in my radio at home. And don't get me wrong, I do like a bit of Kiss FM, but my true music taste is not modern music. I'm so in love with Elvis Presley. I listen to him all the time. Eliza heard him when I was pregnant. I play him for her now. I love my Motown. My favourite song is Heard It Through the Grapevine by Marvin Gaye. Love Marvin Gaye. And Elton John as well. Another classic. Queen. I'm very much... Elvis is my overall number 1. My mum, to this day, doesn't know what made me just switch to him. But when I was about 5, my mum and dad bought me a cassette player. And I asked for Elvis Presley. Now, my dad's not a fan, my mum's not a fan. But I adored Elvis Presley. I had a picture of him in my bedroom as a little girl. And I grew up with a lot of Motown music. Both my parents love Motown. So I've had a huge influence of that. Hence why my favourite song is by Marvin Gaye. So I just love all the old classics. I'm a proper 80s girl. Whitney Houston, but then I like modern day music. I don't dislike it, but it wouldn't be my choice to go to play on my music players at home. I always go back to the old classics. So yeah, I'd say that would probably shock a few people. Number 6 is my favourite food. I used to always love a Chinese, always, like sweet and sour chicken, a bit of egg fried rice, noodles. And as I've got older, I've sort of don't dislike it, but I don't get as like obsessed over, oh my God, I'm having Chinese tonight. I would say my favourite dinner is probably a traditional roast dinner. I don't think you can go wrong with roast chicken, beef, lamb. I love lamb. With your roast potato, I eat most vegetables. I think the only vegetable I wouldn't eat, I'm not a great fan of sweet potato. Why, I don't know. Probably because I'm a carby girl and like my proper potatoes. But I love sweet. I love carrots. I love parsnips, all my greens, spinach, Asparagus, I love every vegetable near enough. But yeah, sweet potatoes, I've tried a few times and I just can't get on board with it. And yeah, also blueberries. I just can't, I don't like blueberries. Jake loves blueberries, but I can't, yeah, I don't like blueberry muffins. You can't even disguise it in a cake for me. I don't like the smell of them. And I actually said to my friend, where I'm weaning Eliza, I'm actually going to buy the Ella's Kitchen blueberry pouches rather than having to puree them up myself, because I just don't like them. But hopefully she will. So fact number 7 is Jake and I actually met through work. Some people might wonder how we met. We have been together a long time, been together 10 years now. But Jake and I both worked for the same company. So we didn't work in the same office at the same time, but we went to social events and met a few times that way. And that was it really. Very, very long time ago. Fact number 8 is holidays. Jake and I have not been big on going away a lot. Probably, there we go, the tongue. I told you what, with the mouth ulcers. Probably because we have been trying for Eliza, we bought a house, we got married, so a lot of big financial things have had to come first. And Jake's family also live abroad, so if we have had that opportunity to go away, we've gone to see them. But saying that, 2 places I would love to go to, and I will make sure I go to in my lifetime. First one is New York. What girl who doesn't love shopping don't want to go to New York? So I would love 5 or 6 days in New York and it would have to be winter time, you know, when it's cold, snowing. I'd love it, absolutely love it around Christmas time. And the other place I do really want to go as a big holiday, or maybe we'll do that once Eliza's a lot older, would be Australia. My dad actually lived in Australia for about 12 years, way before I was ever born. But where he lived is not really where I'd want to go. I'd love to see Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane. My dad actually lived in Perth. So yeah, hopefully one day. I don't think Jake's that keen on going to Australia, but I think if I pushed for it and said, like, if we saved for a few years, he'd say go on. But I think it's a trip you definitely need to do for like 3 weeks, don't you? Or longer. So maybe if I win the lottery, I'll go to Australia. Fact number 9, favourite TV. So my favourite TV, like films, I would definitely say are like Dirty Dancing without fail. I'm not even going to try and make out that any other film comes near it. Dirty Dancing's up there. TV, oh God, it's embarrassing. I don't watch much telly. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. So my favourite telly, and it's trashy telly, is EastEnders. I'm just wondering how many people are judging me at that point. But putting that aside, my favourite, I love to be cheered up because, you know, stresses of work and home life and, you know, life can sometimes be a little bit drab around you. So you want to be able to watch telly and have a laugh. I absolutely love 8 out of 10 Cats. They are all my favourite comedians. I love Jimmy Carr, John Richardson, Sean Locke. They can have me in fits of giggles for hours. I also love watching them doing their stand-up comedy on their own. But having them all together as a TV show that I rely on quite a lot to watch would be like 8 out of 10 Cats, definitely. And my final fact is, and I think a lot of people get really shocked by this, and I don't know why, maybe because I used to smoke, but I'm not really a drinker. I hardly drink at all. I'm not saying that I haven't been out for nights outs before that have got heavy, like my hen party and all that. But I would say throughout the year, if I had 3 to 4 nights where I was drinking, that might not even be the case. Yeah, I'm just not a big drinker. I don't like hangovers. So I've had a few good parties and I've had some like long nights that have ended up being rolling into the morning, shall we say, with our mates, and had great laughs. But if I do have a drink, I am partial to a glass of wine, of red wine, but I would say that past a glass and a half, I'm done. I really am done. And I'm not a person who would crack open a bottle of wine at home of an evening to just unwind. That's just not me. I would much rather a Diet Coke, to be honest. So, but I know that shocks a lot of people sometimes. But yeah, I would say I'm not a big drinker at all. And that's it. So that is the 10 facts about me. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please do give it a big thumbs up. If you have joined us today from Victoria's channel, thank you so much for watching. And I hope you do stick around to watch future videos. And as I said to my followers, please do check Victoria's channel out. She's a great girl. And yeah, thanks very much for watching, guys. And I will speak to you later. Take care. Bye.